When I think of my one of my dearest friends and the lady who signs my paychecks for a lot of things that I do, Louise Hay, I mean, she started a publishing house at the age of 61, which is now the largest publishing house in the world for spiritual and higher consciousness materials. It's like there's this whole saying that says you can wake up in the morning, you can say, "Good morning, God." Or you can wake up in the morning and say, "Good God, morning." You know, and it's like, and what I would be thinking in term would be, okay, I've done the sales business, I've done, I was, worked with my husband or whatever it was in the film industry, I've become a caterer, I've done all of these kind of things, and now maybe I'll tell my story, or maybe I'll use the internet to create a whole new way of being. I don't know what. I mean, I could give you endless suggestions for what your hobbies are, and we could talk about all of that. But the fact is that all you have to do, Garsha, is to go into your imagination and create for yourself in your mind, as if it were already completed, a wondrous opportunity to be serving, just to be serving, to be offering your services, your talents, whatever it is, and then go to within yourself, in your imagination, go to that feeling and feel what it feels like in your body to know that you are serving and doing well and making a living, but more than anything, you're reaching out and helping other people, and get that feeling. Then every time you have the worry about reinventing yourself or what's going to happen or what this lousy economy is or whatever it is, you instead go right to your imagination, go to the feeling. You do that instantaneously, and you just say that, "I feel great. I feel great about that." And you go off to sleep at night doing this. You spend the last 5 minutes of your day just reviewing what you imagine your life to be, understanding that creation is already complete, and whatever it is that you intend to manifest is already here, and stay there, stay in that feeling state, and you'll just be guided. It'll be another great adventure. You sound like such a bright, intelligent woman. I don't know why, but something about writing just seems to you express yourself beautifully. So it's either in speaking or in writing that I think, something there is going to be happening for you. But, that's just a little psychic guess. I hear a lot of fear, and one of the things that you said that concerns me, which is it's going to be difficult, or it's very difficult. The minute that you say something is going to be difficult, you've come up with one of the excuses. Yeah, and then let me just ask you this, Garsha, can you be 100% certain that this is going to be difficult? Can you be 100% certain that it's going to be difficult?
Maybe a little.
Okay, but 100%. Is there 1% chance that it won't be difficult?
There's that 1% chance. No, we can make it happen.
So now what you have to do, this is what you have to do, this is how you work your mind, you see. I've done a whole paradigm on this. My new book coming out not till April or May called Excuses Be Gone. This is the whole thing. So here you have two potential thoughts. One is that it's going to be difficult, which may or may not be true. And the other is that it's going to be easy, which may or may not be true. Okay? Now, which one would you think you would pick? One that's going to lead you to where you want to be, or one that's going to keep you from getting there? And the thought that will take you to where you want to be is that not only is it going to be easy, but the right people are going to show up, and the events are going to transpire, and the financing will be there. And everybody listening to this show right now has had an experience of believing, for example, that they're not going to be able to raise the money to be able to do something, and then they come home and there's a check that they unexpectedly found, or some kind of a tax refund came in, or they got an inheritance, or the money showed up. And it showed up just sort of unexpectedly. And that's a universal human experience that people have had, and yet we all think that those things are just not possible, and we put our thoughts on it not working. And that's really the paradigm shift that you want to make. Most important thing of this conversation, Garsha, is the last 5 minutes before you go to sleep and enter into the world of the subconscious, into your mind, because the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what you are feeling inside of you that comes from your imagination or what you are feeling that's coming from the experiences that are happening in your life. It can't make that decision. It can't make that distinction, rather. So the last 5 minutes before you go to sleep, and you're going to marinate all night long in your subconscious mind, the feelings you don't want to have, that you've just reviewed all of the things that happened that day or that are happening in your life that are not working, and then you feel what that feels like, which is scared and frightened and it's difficult and so on, and then your subconscious mind begins to give you experiences that match up to that. You want instead to go the last 5 minutes to review what we just talked about and have that over and over and over again, and you marinate in that overnight for 8 hours in your subconscious mind, and you will then be given the answers and you'll see it showing up, and you're going to see it showing up within 20, 21, or 22 days. So the conclusion for me is, wow, This is so great. I get another opportunity to reinvent myself, to do something that I've never done before. I'm only 50 years old. I mean, I'm 18 years older than you, and I just reinvented myself and created a movie, and became an actor and a film director. I mean, and working and so on.